Buenos días, Matt Taven y Kenny King. Un gusto conversar con ustedes y bueno, darles nuevamente la bienvenida. En unos días más estarán con nosotros. Bien, la primera pregunta sería para Matt Taven. Bueno, considerando que le ganaste el campeonato mundial welter histórico a Volador Junior, ¿qué representa encontrarte nuevamente ante él en un momento en el que, bueno, él también, por supuesto, que ha seguido cosechando triunfos y bueno, por tu parte estás viviendo también un momento importante en tu trayectoria, Matt. ¿Qué representa para ti volver a encontrarlo en un evento tan importante como el Grand Prix?
Um, I have a lot of mixed feelings because the last time I was in the ring, or one of the last times I was in the ring with Volador, I got my head shaved. And I see that he's taken quite a strange route ever since getting his head shaved. It looks like he's gone into witness protection as he started to wear a mask around. And, he's wearing that swimming outfit half the time. And, I look at him holding that title that looked way better on me. And I think to myself, maybe my focus isn't necessarily there. Maybe that's been there and done with. And I'm not going to lie. The last time I was down, or one of the last times I was down in Mexico, watching Marco Corleone become the heavyweight champion was something that really kind of sparked something in my brain that said, that should be me. You know what I mean? That should be me holding that title, bringing that title back to the States, defending that title all over the world. And I did that with the welterweight championship. And I think now it's time that I move on to the heavyweight and do that as well, which is why I called out Hechicero when they announced me for the Grand Prix. But I'm definitely going to use this Grand Prix as a stepping stone to make my case for that world title. If I win the Grand Prix and I call my shot, it's who's going to deny me at that point. So Volador Jr. is a familiar foe that I've beaten. He's beaten me, but I know what I'm getting in the ring with. And if it comes down to me and him at the end of the Grand Prix, I feel like the odds are in Matt Taven's favor.
En este momento, ahora que vas a volver a enfrentar a Volador Junior, pero que también lo has tenido como pareja en algún momento, recordamos que, bueno, se jugaron las cabelleras, en ese momento tú estuviste con él y estaban luchando, bueno, ante Bárbaro Cavernario y ante Rush en ese momento. Conocer a Volador Junior tanto como rival y como pareja, ¿cuáles son, qué es más, qué te aporta más acerca de él, de sus recursos? Tenerlo como enemigo o como pareja, conocer también sus recursos como pareja, Matt Taven.
When we were able to team, I think that's when I really kind of saw the mindset of Volador Jr. and how he approaches Lucha Libre. And, ever since then, we haven't had a chance to go one-on-one with one another, go mano a mano, but we saw each other in the Grand Prix right afterwards. And I knew how to get under his skin. I knew how to set him off. I took that belt from his bag and I came out there at the Grand Prix and showed him what I had, and it set him off. And he tackled me at the very beginning of the Grand Prix. And little do people know it sliced him wide open with that belt. So it's funny because I knew exactly what kind of person I was dealing with. And I think that gives me an advantage. And that only comes from being able to team with him for so long down in Mexico in CMLL.
Matt Taven, bueno, hace poco tú lanzaste un reto para Hechicero. ¿Cuál sería el momento preciso para buscarlo, para retarlo, dado que, bueno, no estará presente en el Grand Prix y tu meta es Volador Junior o tienes una rivalidad fuerte con Volador Junior? Pero ante este otro reto, ¿cuál sería el momento o en qué momento buscarías a Hechicero, Matt Taven?
Me and Volador Jr., that feels like a rivalry that will never kind of end. We've been through so much as teammates, as opponents. I mean, we wrestled in Ring of Honor for the Ring of Honor World Title. We wrestled in Arena Mexico, and that didn't work out too well for the both of us after we got our head shaved. So it's like we blame each other for a lot of stuff, but that's to me, that's a rivalry that will never die. And so I always have my eyes on Volador Jr. And what he has going on. But I called out Hechicero because, like I said before, I have my eyes on that CMLL World Heavyweight title. I want to bring it back to the States with me, and I want to show everyone that I've been a world champion in multiple places. So I look at it as this. here's the Grand Prix. If I walk away winning the Grand Prix and the anniversario's not too far around the corner, I would make every chance, anyone that would listen, I would state my case that it should be me and Hechicero. But whenever that day would come, I would take complete advantage of it, because that's one of those things that I need to mark on the resume. I'm a guy who's really driven by, the titles that you see behind me. That's what keeps me going. Putting my name in the history books is what I'm all about. And to say that I was a CMLL world champion is not something that a lot of people can say. That list isn't very long. So that would be my goal, is to walk away from the Grand Prix looking at the anniversario saying, Hechicero, put that belt on the line.
Matt comenta que la rivalidad con Volador simplemente no tienen final. Ambos se culpan por cosas. Han estado enfrentando en Ring of Honor, se han enfrentado en la Arena México. Entonces parece que es interminable esta rivalidad. Sin embargo, él quisiera confrontar a Hechicero por ese título de peso completo del Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre. Él comenta que el Grand Prix no está tan alejado, o el aniversario no está tan alejado del Grand Prix. Entonces va a estar haciendo lo posible, hablar con quien tenga que hablar para que se logre hacer este encuentro con Hechicero por el campeonato, ya que el mostrar que ha sido campeón del Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre en Arena México no es algo que sucede fácilmente, y es algo que se tiene que presumir dentro de sus vitrinas. A él le gustaría en un momento mirar hacia el pasado y decir, ¿sabes qué? Fui campeón del Consejo Mundial, puesto que él es un hombre que se maneja por títulos. Entonces a él le gusta mostrar títulos, obviamente ponerlo en su currículum.
Kenny King hasta ahorita creo que no tiene un título conquistado en México, tiene varios evidentemente en otras partes del mundo, ha tenido una trayectoria exitosa, pero en ese sentido en México esta oportunidad de participar en el Grand Prix sería pues la primera y sería fundamental para que él obtenga, para que se pueda coronar en México obteniendo ese primer título.
One of the things that I believed in my life and in my entire career, it's a quote, I think from Benjamin Franklin, I'm not 100% sure, but it's success is when opportunity meets preparation. And my mentality was that I had not been in Mexico for a while, and I was trying to figure out a way to change that. And I have been preparing, with just different changes in the wrestling landscape, different changes that I've had to make. I've been preparing for big things this entire year. And so this opportunity coming to Mexico, meeting the preparation that I've been doing, should there be any opportunities to claim any kind of championships in Mexico, I would feel sorry for the champions, because I'm so ready mentally, physically. I'm as razor sharp as I've ever been in my entire career. And I'm hungry. So this puts any champions, Volador, Hechicero, anybody at a severe disadvantage, because I'm right there, and any opportunity that you give me, I'll take it.
Comenta Kenny que, citando a un pensador, el éxito se puede manifestar cuando la oportunidad y la preparación se encuentran. Y en este momento Kenny está preparado, en este momento de su carrera él se encuentra preparado y tiene esta gran oportunidad que él piensa aprovechar. Se ha estado preparando fuertemente en este último año y comenta que está listo y que siente pena por los demás campeones, los demás competidores, pues él asegura que va a ser quien va a salir victorioso.
Él participó en 2019 también en el Grand Prix, pero bueno, fue eliminado en aquel momento, ganó Michael Elgin. La pregunta sería, ¿cuáles fueron los recursos más importantes que él observó en Michael Elgin como ganador, y qué es lo que en ese momento le impidió a él seguir adelante en el Grand Prix, ganar en el Grand Prix? Que él recordara un poco cómo fue su participación en ese momento.
I think that Mike Logan at that point is in a similar situation that I am now, where you could just tell. I mean, I've known Mike Logan for a while, but just coming into the arena and talking to him, you could just tell that he was just on another level. His mentality was very kind of focused. Elgin is a very, very capable wrestler. He's very strong. He's much faster than you'd expect for a guy that big. And I think that is what two of the things that he does. His conditioning, his cardio is top notch. So in order to win a tournament like the Grand Prix, you have to have top notch cardio. You have to be able to withstand a lot of pain, a lot of punishment. You have to be able to really push yourself to those limits. So I studied those. I watched him as he won, and he exhibited all of those traits. He was very fast. He was very strong, and he lasted. He lasted till the end. So I'll be trying to take some of those tips and some of those tricks and apply them to myself this year.
Él se encuentra en una situación similar a la que Michael Elgin se encontraba en 2019, muy enfocado, totalmente enfocado, y reconoce dentro de las características de Elgin como un luchador muy capaz, muy fuerte, muy veloz, a pesar de ser un peso completo. Su condición en cuanto a cardio fue fenomenal. También Elgin pudo resistir mucho el dolor, forzó su cuerpo al límite, y eso es algo que lo hizo durar hasta el final, y es donde él piensa, cómo él piensa luchar en esta edición del Grand Prix.
En este Grand Prix 2022 hay gladiadores jóvenes, gladiadores como Atlantis Junior, por ejemplo, como Soberano Junior también, pero hay otros como Último Guerrero, Volador Junior, que bueno, ya han sido ganadores en otro momento. ¿Qué representa para él enfrentarse a estos luchadores nuevos como Atlantis Junior, que tiene, bueno, poca experiencia, pero pues está también viviendo un momento muy importante? ¿Qué sería más complicado para él? Quizá enfrentar a los gladiadores jóvenes o a los que ya tienen mucha más experiencia en este torneo.
I'm very excited to step in the ring with guys like Soberano Jr. I've been a fan of his work for a while. Atlantis Jr. These guys are really representing what the new breed of luchadors is going to look like going into the future. So I'm very excited to step into the ring with them. Top-notch athleticism, very quick, very fast, can think and move, in an instant. So that's going to be something that I want to test against myself. But then when you have guys in there like Volador or Ultimo Guerrero, you have to almost have a mental shift, because it's not so, quick and reactionary. These guys, Ultimo Guerrero's been in many battles. So it's going to be, how do you switch from the mentality of, being an explosive athlete to now having to face a veteran who's got many years under his belt? What kind of tricks will he use? So it's going to be not just a physical battle. It's going to be a mental one as well. And the next one we're going to have to win.
Que se siente muy emocionado por enfrentar esta nueva sangre dentro de las filas del consejo. Soberano Junior, Atlantis Junior, que tiene un atleticismo de primera. Sin embargo, también está consciente de tanto la presentación de Volador Junior como de Último Guerrero le exigirán cambiar su mentalidad, y va a ser un juego físico y mental para poder salir avante.
Muchas gracias al profesor que nos apoya con la traducción, Alexis también muchas gracias, y por supuesto a Matt Taven y a Kenny King, gracias.